So if you stumbled upon this video and you're a first-time father in his first year, I think this video can help you. I'm a father of three, and I've gone through the first year of fatherhood 3 times. And I know the mental anguish it can have on the mind. And I know when I went through it, I had questions that I sometimes kept to myself and would never address internally. And it made fatherhood a lot more difficult. 5 years into my fatherhood journey now, I have a 5-year-old son, a 3-year-old daughter, and just recently a almost 1-year-old daughter now. And I think at this point in my life, I have the experience, I have the maturity, and I have the time to make these videos addressing some of those questions that I think can really help a new dad out there who is struggling in their first year. So can I be a good dad and still be myself? The one thing I would tell new dads is that your routines that you had before you had a baby, they don't have to go away, right? They don't have to. It doesn't have to be all or nothing. Before I had kids, I would always have an hour blocked off in my day where I could go to the gym and just get exercise and just feel better and just take care of myself, right? And when I had a baby, I thought it was all or nothing, that if I couldn't get the hour, then I couldn't do anything. And that was the wrong mindset to have. And it wasn't until I woke up early one day and my baby wasn't sleeping and we had a bit of a bad night, me and my wife, and she needed some rest, and I just took the baby on a stroller. It was at sunrise and went for about a 20-30 minute walk and got back, and it wasn't my traditional exercise, but at that point I realized that was exercise. It was a different form of exercise. It wasn't a strenuous workout, but it's what I could do with the time I had. And I got back and I just felt so much better about myself. I got sunlight. I pushed a pretty good pace with the stroller. It was quiet in the morning. My baby was asleep. And at that point I realized that, I didn't have to, it wasn't all or nothing, right? I didn't have to, just because I couldn't get an hour doesn't mean I couldn't still take care of myself, right? I just had to find more creative ways to incorporate some of the stuff I did before I had kids into my life now. Whether that was, doing push-ups while my baby was doing tummy time, or, sneaking in a quick workout while my baby was sleeping. I could still get that hour. I just had to be more creative with it. It wasn't a consistent non-stop hour, but I had pockets in the day where I could still find time to do the things that, I believe that would still make me a whole dad, right? That I think sometimes as new dads, we just commit all of ourselves to our baby and we stop taking care of ourselves. And, that was me before that pivotal stroller ride in the morning. So that I thought, hey, I can't get an hour, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice the workout because my baby needs me. Not knowing that, going for not knowing that they could be done simultaneously. That I could be on a stroller, take my son on a stroller, get exercise, but also spend time with him and get him to sleep, right? So if you're a new dad out there, yes, you can still be a good dad and be yourself, but you have to find creative ways to do the things that you love, do the things that fill your cup. And it might not look the same way it did before, but you just gotta find a way. Don't make that excuse for yourself. No, don't. I think as new dads, you have a lot more time than you think, right? I know fatherhood's taught me that I have to maximize every hour of my day because most of my days is working and taking care of my kids. So the time that I do have, I gotta I value that time tremendously, right? Like, I don't take that lightly, and I try to do things that keep me standing up as a dad, right? Because every day your kids knock you down. You think it's hard now when they're babies, when they're older and they're fighting and they're it's a lot. And you know, me sitting out here in the wild alone making these stupid videos, it recharges my battery and it makes me happy. And you gotta find things in your day that make you happy, even if it's only for 20 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Find that time to recharge yourself, before it's too late.